Nothing here. Right. Not there either.
Say goodbye for the last time. Say goodbye for the last time. With a sigh and these tears that I cry, oh my friend, oh my friend, oh my friend. Say hello to the sorrow. Say hello to the sorrow. And with a sigh and these tears that I cry, oh my friend, oh my friend, oh my friend.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the Last Goodbye Dash Book, Heroes of America. I'm your host, Johnny Pizza Fratangelo, along with my executive producer, Nicole Fratangelo-Berardi, and our commentators, Ralph Narciso and Ray-Stingray Schnitzler. Today we have a special guest, a real talented guest, and she's coming to us all the way from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Her name is Tatiana Monteiro. And she's going to enlighten us on a few different things that some of us don't even know anything about. So I'm going to introduce her to all of you. Tatiana, welcome to the show, and go to it.
Thank you. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing, America? Thank you
Good.
so much for having me here. Really appreciate it.
Good. So tell us how you got started. I mean, where you were born, just give a little background and get into your story.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Brazilian from Rio de Janeiro, Tijucana. Literally, after my father died, I was like the girl from Ipanema. I grew up with my godfather and godmother. And then right after my father died, I started seeing life completely different. 4 months later, exactly, came Lion King, the musical, the animation, and then I said, "Oh my God, I needed something to reborn," because literally, me and my daddy were so close, and my mom with my sister. And after he passed, I was like completely devastated. I didn't want to eat. I wanted to wait for him to pick me up to die. And I grew up like in a school that had a theater. And after the Lion King came, I said I needed to reborn again. What can I do to bring again the joy and the energy that my father had? So I started studying back musical, because I danced all my life and I studied theater all my life. So I decided to started studying musical here in Brazil. And then afterwards, I said, you know what, I needed to study in New York because it's the capital of Broadway. I needed to go to United States. So I'm in United States for 22 years. I'm American now. I just got my citizenship last year. I sing, I dance, I did a lot of Broadway shows like Hello Dolly for Carol Channing 90th birthday, Sweet Chariots, Rock Horror Show, Holiday in Heaven. I did a show with Johnny Russo from the Godfather at the Le Cirque. So I live in my passion. I also graduating in life coaching with Tanya Zambon, that it's the biggest coach here in Latin America. And I did the mastery business with Tony Robbins and the Rewire with John Dispenza. So I studied a lot in neuroscience because after my father died, I wanted to go deep into spiritual worlds and understand why all that things were happening, and he appears for me as well in dream. So I do a little bit of everything. I entertain and I music people as I also heal them, you know. So I do arts, and then I through dance I heal women like me. I was in a marriage that was my husband started doing like Hollywood movies and TV series, and he started using drugs, and he became a monster and almost killed me. So I decided to help women to make them be aware that they are strong, they are powerful, that they can live by themselves, knowing that they are loved. They can be stronger and without a trauma, and heal all the ones through different moves of dance, of the goddess dance that we activated goddess within, and the empowering the wholeness that we celebrate life, and because everything is energy. So imagine like every little day we wake up with an intention for the day. If we don't wake up with the intention of the day, imagine how if you have a program with me that you're going to stay 3 days with me, and then I say good morning, how you guys do it today. Imagine 2 hours you guys want to go away, you know. And I'm also queen of a carnival where we celebrate joy. So I believe in energy. I believe that everybody can be in connection and with channeling with the universe through different programs. And I'm so glad to be here tonight, because what happened with you, John, already happened with me, my daddy, but through a dream. And I feel his presence a lot, but I didn't see him like I saw in a dream, like getting out of my body. But I am here, and I'm like super excited to be here and listen to you guys and tell about myself, and helping others be their best, the highest best, good divine source too.
You got a very uplifting attitude, which is great. I wish I could get back there again.
Yeah, Tatiana, it sounds very, very positive and uplifting. You spoke before about helping women who had suffered trauma. Is this something that you do through like a agency, or do you have your own like business? You do it on the internet, or?
Yeah, no, I have two big events. I work with California Stargate events and Maya Heart events that you guys can also check on Instagram. I can leave it for you. And we do programs and retreats to put people together. And also I have clients that indicate me for other clients that have a lot traumas, like especially loss, you know. Like I have a 21 years old girl that she just had a baby, and she was married 80 months, and her husband suicide. So I'm helping her with meditation, put her in center, plus like women that were abusive when like abused by their the dad, you know, like the dad was like raping her when she was 4 to 7. So it's like very, very bad situation, you know. They have like, they cannot even talk. They talk like this, you know, like with fear, and so I help them to put the energy for the day by day with a new way to create a state of wholeness, to put themselves through meditation, because only in alpha and theta brain waves you can be in peace, and you can erase and release cortisol and all the things that are not for your highest good. Everything that you carry through memory, because our conscious is like subconscious and conscious. Now our subconscious, it's like a snapshot of memory that have impact. If I ask you all, what are you guys doing on September 11 when the towers came down? You all gonna say where you were, right? Do you remember where you were? And then if I ask you, what did you do on September 10th? Nobody's gonna be like you record, like you have a memory of that, because there was impact. So we save in our brain everything that has impact, and together with these, we create an emotion, a feeling that is stay through that memory. Between 60,000 to 7,000 thoughts a day that we have, we bring memories and emotions from the same thought that we are thinking since we were young people, you know, like since we were 15, 17. Is the same thought that we carry all our lives. That sometimes we needed to release, or sometimes you needed to shift how you feel about that thought, what that memory, that like there are people that losing a dog and they right away get another dog to replace, because if they are without it, they go crazy, they go depression, they don't know how to be without that partner, you know what I mean? Like there are a lot of attachment together with loss and shifting of life, transformation, loss of beloved ones, bad trauma, like being abused by parents or brother or uncle when you were so young. It's causes you a lot of trauma, a lot of disorder, and then you create your own disease in your body, because we lost and we gain new cells every day. So once you have a bad thoughts, once you bring it to your brain, to your mind, that your brain in action, a situation that it's bad in your life, and then you create that same feeling, what happened to your body, you transform your genes, and then your genes doesn't get stronger enough to battle an infection, a virus, or anything. So when people start to think that meditation is very important every day, being balanced, try to not think and bring emotions that are causing you like a trauma when you in your childhood, or you got a bullet, or you went to a war, you know, all these things, like you saw your best friend, you saw your cousin die, you like all these things we carry for our whole life. But how can you live every day without bring emotions and feelings that doesn't put you down? How can you shift to that every day? What do you choose to your habits for not to create that kind of limitation to live in the past? Nowadays we are like in a virtual world. We are completely addicted to a cell phone that we can talk with everybody, right? And then for some people, it's good to have a social media that, oh, look at how I live. Every day is so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. They leave the cell phone, and then they are miserable. And they have everything. They rich, they have a house, they have a whole family, but they miserable because they fulfill themselves with things that it's not real important, like to be in a state of mind that it's a high conscious, that we are an unlimited soul, we are infinite potential of divine source. And once you believe that there is a separation between you and God, like things doesn't flow. Your universe is going to be repeating old pattern over and over and over again. You can allow the universe makes synchronicities for the things happen. Doors open, new people you choose, your work started blowing up, your family grows with a great energy, a nice environment. So everything that I work with is to not uplifting people, but help them to heal themselves and see that they are capable to create the reality that they want to live. They are able to see who they truly are and manifest the life that they really deserve. Because it's like a lot of people doesn't know where their purpose in life. They don't know like why they suffer so much. Why this has happened to me? It's not why. It's what is that teaching you? Everything's a lesson behind everything, behind every little bad things that happen in your life. There is a huge learning for you to grow, to evolve, to transcend, and to be better than you were yesterday. But some people are so connected to the material world, so connected to the matter, that they forget that the quantum field, that they forget that the spiritual world is the most important thing that we needed to blossom on it. Because the only thing we know that this is temporary. We're gonna die and pay taxes too. So you know, it's like it's like a work that it's a daily work that never ends. You know, it's like a life itself that never ends. And I love arts, and I'm an actress, and I'm a dancer, and I'm a, like, queen of a carnival. So it's a joy to serve people through my purpose, that is bringing joy, bringing more awareness of the highest conscious. So super grateful.
Yeah. So what you're saying is a lot of people who have suffered trauma try to put it in the background, and then they cover it by using day-to-day actions that keep them busy, kind of like, in other words, I have to go to the store, I have to buy shoes, I have to go on the internet, text my friend, those types of things, where they're not connecting with their spiritual self and finding out what's really behind all this it's the unreality that they're pushing on themselves, because they're hiding, they're covering that trauma that happened to them in their lives.
Exactly these. They are like, today we have a lot of distractions. Like if you do these, you just covering everything that happens to you. Every little thing that is not gonna happen for you, that it's good for you, you're gonna blame that thing. It's the story that you continue telling over and over again. Oh, my life is like that because these. Until when are you gonna tell these? Change your story. Change your perception of everything that happened to me. It's already past. what what kind of learning I got it into these. What learning? Because what did you do? What do you do? What the people usually do when something bad happens?
Yeah,
They
they
go
cover it
crazy.
up.
They wanted to live in a situation that it's like, oh, I'm gonna work more, I'm gonna do this. They don't go inside. When we pray, we talk to God. When we meditate, we listen to God. It's like it's our heart beating, it's our breathing, it's the oxygen that we need to maintain ourselves in a state, in peace, in balance. How many people in New York City that, like you guys see, walk like up and down, like behind money? Like, did you see people in New York City, how they walk? They walk, how they go to the subway, how they go, like you go to the Wall Street, it's like, oh my God, it's like, and coffee, and stress, and then they get back home, watch TV, have a dinner, he's sleeping, and the other day he started all over again. So when do you think these kind of people stop to breathe, to connect themselves with their truly self? With the highest conscious of, I can control these, to have a emotional balance. People doesn't want to, like a lot of people doesn't want that. And with the pandemic, a lot of people, thank God, like they were trying to developing a situation to get out of that solitude, because a lot of people cannot handle to be in solitude. A lot of people cannot handle. Most of the people that died of COVID was because of fear beyond the COVID. Because the fear increased everything, like you increase cortisol levels in your body, and then your body needed to shift with the hormones. There are oxytocin, histamine, and then you can't, because you were so your immunity system are so weak that you cannot do it. You can't, So it's like a lot of people, like I had many friends from Broadway. They got into depressed. They couldn't sleep without taking Xanax or Rivotril, or it's like, and medicine got worse, because you are addicted to that for your whole life. You can't, like, if you start sleeping only with a pill, when are you going to sleep without a pill? It's like a bad habit. It's like, I smoke, and then I'm 80 days without smoking. I'm 12 days without smoking. Why you are counting? Because it's like you are counting to make it, oh my God, look at what I'm gonna get it, or because okay, it's 1 year, that's enough. I needed to smoke it one after I eat it, and then you started again to smoke. So it's all of that is what?
I count.
You count. Did you stop smoking?
I'm trying.
You trying?
Good.
So how long did you smoke?
I'm afraid to say it in front of my father. No, gosh, gotta be 30 years.
30 years. You smoke a box a day?
Little less.
Little less?
Yeah. Less.
But what kind of a feeling that activate on you? What do you feel when you smoke?
Calm. Even though,
but that's what happens.
No, it doesn't.
That's what happens.
But it does. It's like my calm.
It comes. And then how many times you stop in the day to give 3 deep breaths?
I do a lot of woosahs during the day. No,
you do a what?
A lot of woosahs. No, I actually do. I try to take a lot of deep breaths, but I feel like there's more deep breaths that I'm taking than
Tatiana.
Oh, yes.
Tatiana, she has a serious case of lupus, and she won't give up the damn cigarette.
She won't give up dancing?
No, the damn cigarettes. She has
Oh,
a
the
serious,
damn cigarettes.
yeah, she has a
Oh,
serious case of lupus. You know what lupus is?
what is it, lupus? Sorry, I don't. What is that?
It's a very bad
Autoimmune.
autoimmune
Oh,
deficiency.
autoimmune. Oh,
Okay?
and then when you smoke it, so you take medicine for that?
Yeah, I'm on
yeah.
actually a lot of medicine right now. That's
Are
why.
you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what do you think? How you feel in your body taking all this medicine? You drink it too with this? No,
No, I don't drink. I don't.
you don't. How is your body? How's your body like? When you like you take your medicine and then you smoke, or you smoke after you eat, or like
A lot of
to
times,
be,
I mean, after I eat, definitely.
yeah.
Honestly, it's when my stress level hits the highest, which is more than usual. It should be lately.
Yeah, but did you try once in your life, like try to lower your stress level without a cigarette or without anything?
Yeah, when I was pregnant with her, I quit, but I think it was just I
Yeah.
had somebody to quit for, and now it's just I got to do it for myself, I guess. But it's just
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Well, I can help you. That's definitely. I can go to
I
Pennsylvania
might need
and
that
do
help.
a
I
3
wish you
days
would.
retreat that is gonna
I
help
definitely
you.
might need that help.
Yes, I can go to Pennsylvania and then I do a retreat with you, and then I guarantee that you're gonna minimize, because the
I'll come
type
visit
of
you in Rio. I'll take a nice vacation.
yes, please. Coming Carnival is next weekend.
I'll be there.
Yes, please do it. So what happened with this? So this is like a habit, is an addiction, like people that has a addiction, they cannot be without it. So once you do retreat, you are in completely states that you go to theta to delta brain waves. So your mind, that is your brain in action, your mind is in peace. You are just breathing. You just sending oxygen to your body. So of course, it's like when people say, you meditation, you have to stop it thinking. Of course, it's so hard. It's like asking your heart to stop it beating, because it's a process. Every little thing, it's a process. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to stop smoking. You have to have an intention, like you were without smoking for 9 months to have Diana, right? So you had a good intention. You had a purpose for that break. And then she born, and then what happened? How long afterwards you started again?
You don't want to know.
You don't know?
He's
So
laughing.
she's a
It
passive
was
smoker
about 2
too.
hours after I got out of the hospital.
2 hours? Really?
I'm not-
Wow.
it's
You guys smoke it too? You all smoke?
No,
that
never.
nowadays.
No, never. Okay.
I don't smoke.
No. But you guys drink sometimes, like a little champagne, whiskey, no? That
No, I
is
actually I can't
Oh, yeah.
I can't drink. I have an issue in my intestines. I can't drink. I can't drink coffee. I've been without alcohol or caffeine for about 10 years.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All that is like bad for the liver,
Poison.
for the body. It's poison. Exactly. It's poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's
Karen,
what
I'm
it
doing
is,
shit.
like what do you say?
Okay.
Are you guys, is it, are you guys asking something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's so I like it to create an intention for people to daily basis to start habits that are greater for you. You know, like every time when you wake up, the first thing that you get, it's like your cell phone to see, to check your emails, to check your message, to check your Instagram, to check your Facebook, to check how the world is, turn it on the TV to see the news. So all that information is like your brain is waking up. It's like you came out of 8 hours. Let's put like 8 hours basic for sleep. That's one of the pillar of our health basis. So you were like 8 hours in a subconscious level when you were sleeping. And then what happened when you wake up? First, you put it like a blue and white light in your face. And then you started receiving like a lot of information that is gonna start your day with that kind of information that you're receiving. So when we do retreats, we are rewiring our brain with our heart. It's a heart and brain coherence in pure balance to send oxygen to your body and for you to feel fulfill just with the presence of the divine. So it's magical, and I wanted that to all try because it's like an unbelievable experience.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have it?
So you got another.
Yeah.
You're telling us to cleanse our minds and our bodies of everything, and bring in the spirit of the universe and God into ourselves and concentrate on that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
yes, totally. That's what it is.
Empty out the trash, and empty it, and then fill it in with happiness and goodness and spirituality.
Yes. Good. And then your ancestors, all, like there is no separation. We are not disconnected to them. The thing is, we never channel. We never have a time to channel with them. We never have a time to, like, what you were doing when Tony appeared for you. You didn't know that he died, and he came to you, and then you knew it already.
I knew
that he was dead, but you saw his soul.
No, I was just thinking about us. You know, I was meditating in the bed, you know, while I was lying in bed. And I was just thinking about
you were
all of our adventures.
Yes. So you were
what I mean?
activating your thoughts to good memories of your cousin. And then he appears.
Right. Exactly.
You attract his presence. You completely attract his presence. It's exactly what I did with my daddy all my life. Every part of my life that I struggled so much to pursue my dream to be on Broadway. I auditioned with 500 girls in all over the world. I auditioning all the time. And then I was counting coins to eat. I left my abusive husband to go to New York with $8, a dog and two luggage. I was sleeping under a tree. In that tree, I was in peace because I was far from him. And the tree was like charging me and say, oh my God, that connection with Gaia, that connection with nature put me so grounded, so strong that I say, wow, I was charging myself. I was like, I'm in peace. I was not thinking about how dangerous could be me sleeping on a Central Park. I was grateful because I was without a monster in home. I was free.
Right.
So the shift that I made, if I were there in a Central Park with the thought, oh my God, do you think this is safe? Oh my God, how can I be me, my luggage, my dog? I don't have nothing. Like I didn't have nothing. So I shift for gratitude. The more you're grateful, the more you accept how everything is in your life, the more you embrace what is happening in your life. It can be loss, it can be trauma, it can be any kind. you are open to receive good things. You are open to attract what you thinking. Now, what you thinking, you become. What you imagine, you attract. It's that circle of attraction, a manifestation of a reality. Your personal life becomes your personality becomes your personal life when you believe that you are one with God, that you are one with all that it is. There is no separation. There is no death and life and death. It's not. It's like arrival and departures, And then we have to these temporary time in this body that we needed to put out for everybody what we came for. What is my purpose? Am I living my mission? What I'm doing? I'm living, or I'm just existing. You know what I mean? So if you don't see life with this perception, if you don't take a deep breaths, if you don't connect with the highest source, it's very hard for you to release a lot of traumas and bad things that happen in your life.
Yeah,
You're gonna continue repeating patterns.
That's the thing. Like with me, with my first marriage, I mean, I stood it for 5 years. It was a living hell, believe me, and it was a hard decision to make because I had just a 4-year-old daughter and a newborn baby, and I put it in my mind, I can't deal with this anymore because the baby would be in the bar every time I come home. She'd be in the bar with the baby. So I said I left, right, and I'm walking down the street. It was at night, and I'm walking down the street, and I felt such a weight off of me that I said to myself, I'm finally free of this nightmare. Okay.
Exactly.
Even though my 4-year-old daughter was yelling from me from the 6th floor out the windows, Daddy, please don't go, don't leave me, come back, don't leave me. It killed me. Okay. But I did it. And fortunately, I was called back the very next day to come and get her because she was hysterical. They couldn't control her because I used to read to her, I used to put her to bed, change it, all this stuff. So ever since then, she's been with me, and then my son came with me too. So we raised them. My mother and my sister helped me. But the point I'm trying to bring out as a people is that do not, as you can try and try and try. If it doesn't work, don't stay in that environment. Leave it.
Never.
You got too much of a life ahead of you to do something different and to make yourself happy. It's not worth it. Okay. Even if you have children, don't worry. The children will get it. You'll see the kids, whatever it is, but don't make your life miserable. Even if you stay with it, the life that you're living is going to make the children's life miserable. Okay. So you've got to get the courage to just break away. It was the best thing I ever did in my life. I'm telling you right now.
Of course. But there are a lot of people, they are not brave enough. They are connected to the other people, to abusive people, because they are attached to money, because they are supported by them. They have a son and daughter that they don't want to leave. There are a lot of other things, but it's like toxic. Once you know that it's toxic, it is not good for you, the first thing that you have to do, it is to let go. Because once you step out of your comfort zone, and once you have the courage and you are brave enough to leave any situation, you're gonna see how many miracles are gonna happen in your life because you did that. Right. It's insane. It's like 100% guarantee. Joe Dispenza has a lot of samples of that, because after he treats, and he's like a professional neuroscientist. He studies the brain during the process. And how come a person that cannot walk, they leave the share wheel? How come a person that has Parkinson, when they study the brain, they don't have anymore? How come stage 3 of cancer, it's healed by themselves? How? It's everything starts the mind to when you are aware that you have the power to be in balance and in peace and feel free to live the life you deserve. Because if you don't leave people that are toxic to you, if you don't leave a situation, if you don't accept death, if you don't embrace it, that death is part of life, if you don't go to a war knowing, listen, it is a risk, I give you my best, let's do it, I'm gonna see my friends dying, of course, everybody that were there and saw that has all these memory inside until today, but how they live, how they can continue without bringing the same emotions. Once you stop crying, once you tell without feel their pain, it's because you healed. And in life, it's about to increase your healing process more and more and more, to evolve, to transcend, to be better. Not better than anybody, but better than you were yesterday, than you were an hour ago. How can you serve people? How can you help people be better? How can you help people to achieve their dreams, to achieve their highest best, to make them happy? Like when you were with a kid and then you stay 5 hours with a kid, how you live your life afterwards, you have that joy inside, because kids, they fall from a bike and they are all, the knees, it's completely in blood, and they get up and continue playing like nothing happens. Why? Because they don't have a thought of worry, bills, and a family to support, nothing. They want to play. They wanna feel alive. They wanna put their the child's energy out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ray, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm listening and absorbing. I definitely agree. If you think negativity is automatic, going to come, and it's going to override you, because, you're like, damn it, again, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. But if you think positive, you're already in a positive state. So if something negative happens, you're making the best out of the situation to move on. And I think that by not moving on is taking you a step back. And I think that spiritually, if you have that connection with God and constantly talk to him when it's good or it's bad, or just say, hey, God, I know maybe you're having a tough day today, and so like you totally think differently. It changes the way your mind is. And I totally agree with you.
Right.
Yeah. Totally.
That's the attitude I had when COVID came out. And because I said, I'm not getting this. God's not gonna give this to me. I don't care what anybody. I'm not getting no shot. I know he's not gonna give it to me. And I didn't get. I was what do you call it? Diagnosed with it twice, but I had no symptoms. You know what I mean? I tested positive twice, but with no symptoms, because I knew I wasn't gonna get it bad. Because I put my trust in God. And once you do that, and you do it with faith and not doubting, and if you don't doubt, not even a little bit doubt, he's not gonna you're not gonna get it. You know what I mean? He's gonna, of course, do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what the attitude people have to get. They gotta put trust in God. You know what I mean? And
totally. And once you believe it, that God is you, it's your life, he's inside, it's like your power. Once you affirm, I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get that. You didn't get it. No. You didn't get it. It was just a paper, like it was a paper, like you didn't have any symptoms because you put this belief. It's like everything is about what you believe. Right. Where you put your.
Yeah, but I wasn't afraid to let people know that either. They would say, you're not going to get shot. You afraid of it? No, I ain't gonna. I'm not afraid of it because I put my trust in God. He's not going to let me get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And exactly.
And how many people did you know in the pandemic that got depression?
Oh, tons of
depression.
people.
A lot.
I'm sorry. Yeah. What?
You know, you go back, to the depression or any circumstance where there's tragedy. It definitely affects you because you're going on, that pizza, you're on adrenaline a lot to get you through it. It's the aftermath, of the fight, the struggle, of trying to bounce back or coming up with that solution. Like, what am I going to do? Or how am I going to change the circumstance?
Yes, totally. Totally that. How it's the most important thing, because if you don't shift or if you don't put the power, like I'm protected, once you believe in God and I'm protected, I'm guided, was exactly what John said, like you don't have it because you know that you are protected. I live in Rio de Janeiro. It's like it's a dangerous city. And then I decided to live in the United States because I was not a woman to live in fear. I was feeling so bad. Like all the time you have to be looking if the people is gonna rob you or something like that. And then doesn't fit my personality. My father he helped me to be a strong woman, and he knew it that he gonna leave early. Like I did like many travels, just me and him, that I could, and he was a very spiritual man. And once you have this belief, once you know that you are protected, you are guided, you have your ancestors, you have angels that protect you, you create a ball of light, of protection, that nothing happens to you. And the more you claim, the more you talk, the more you listen to him, the more stronger you get. It's incredible because nothing, even if it's something bad happens, and say, oh, okay, God, what are you trying to test me? What is that? Like you entering this conversation in this inner connection, that why this is happening for our highest purpose. My life is guided by God. I believe that my path it's blessed. I believe that I meet the right people in the right moments for me, for continue to do what I love to do. We have to do everything we do every day with love, with joy, with our energy. Like if you put an average, like in every people that wake up every day and say, how was your morning today? Your good morning, how was, like, from 0 to 10? What kind of level of energy do you wake up today? Mm-hmm. Put it an average, like 6, 7. It's very rare you say, oh my God, it was 10 because I just got promoted, my job, it did this, my daughter got graduated, or something happened. When you wake up with a 10 energy every day, without getting coffee, without your natural way to be alive, just to do what you love to do with a pleasure that creates pleasure, and you know that you are blessed, that you know that you are open and available for more good than you ever imagined, that you are open to receive what God has as a plan for you. Everything flows naturally. And even when you are facing hard moments like that, it's very struggle, that it's for you to see how brave you are. I'm sure there is a highest purpose for that moment, for sure.
Tatiana,
Always.
how did you, when your father died, how did you find out about your talent, that you have to have this ability? Like, what led you to realize that you have the talent and that you could share it with people or to help others?
Well, actually, was I studied theater since in my school since 5 years old, and then I started dancing too on in my 10 years old, and then I started ballet, and then I grew up too much because I always had too much energy because my father was like a travel agent, and he always took big groups, and then he tell jokes, and he has all these people that just travel with him because of his joy, blah blah blah. So I grew up, thank God, in a family that was a reference of love and high joy. So when my father died, like I did theater, and then I did dance, and then I was in sports. I was doing equestrian. I was playing basketball. I was doing everything that I could, because I always had like too much energy. I say that I'm like 330 volts that not even exist, but that's my energy normally internal, because all came from my father. And then when my father died, I really was like, I was waiting for him to pick me up, to like my floor came down, and my aunt, that she was a medium, she called us. In that time, it was like a phone of the house phone, and she said, "Tatiana, tell your daddy if he doesn't come back from Australia, he's gonna die in this trip." And I say, "Oh my God, what? I can't believe it." She told us that she saw that my father is gonna die. So we connected my daddy in Australia, and then we said, "You have to come back. You're gonna die. Please don't do this. We love you. Please, you have to come back." And no, I mean, awesome. Nothing is happening. Blah 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 blah. And then he felt a pain in his stomach, but it was his heart. And someone in Australia gave him a pill for his stomach, and then he had a heart attack. He was with 55 people in Australia, and when we got the call, we like for me, I was super in shock. I just picked it up, a bunch of photos with my daddy, and then I was like in my bed. I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to eat. I didn't eat for 3 days. I just went from my room to the bathroom for my room, and drink water only, nothing else. I was like devastated. 4 months later, and then he came. I saw him. My father died in Australia, and his body took 8 days to be in Brazil. 3 days after he died, I had this dream that I was laying down, and my body came up from my body sleeping, my soul, and he sits with me in bed. And then I was looking my body that I was sleeping, and then he said, "Please don't be afraid of what you're gonna see in the funeral. It's not me. I'll be with a lot of ants. It's not me." And his body came with flowers from there, from the cascade, and they put a flower, and then he came for sure with a lot of ants. But I was so strong that that was not my father, because I had this meeting with him. I had these like, oh my God! But I was sleeping. I was a dream. I dreamed that I was seeing him, that he appears for me, and this really happened. Like his cascade came with his body full of ants. I didn't want to see him, but I was super strong in the funeral. 4 months later that he passed, Lion King came to the feature film from Disney, that I grew up in Disney. Disney was the trip of the family in the end of the year. We celebrate New Year's Eve every year in Disney since I was 2.5 years old. So that movie, I said, "Oh my God, my father lives in me. I needed to do something that is gonna bring me happiness and joy again. I needed to do something that activates my life. I cannot he's not gonna pick me up. I'm not gonna die now." So I decided to go back to to do theater, because was like happy, and was I could like what is interesting in theater is like I can leave a lot of women, and I like these developing of characters, of personalities, of what is good, what is bad, what is like how many ways to delivery a script I can do, like this dynamic art that, like it's a magical box that entertain. So I started being studying in a school in Brazil, here in Rio de Janeiro, that they were doing a musical called Tribobó City of Maria Clara Machado, that she's like super talented and very well-known writer for plays, but were like a musical, And then I say, okay, I found myself in musical. I love that. I love the opportunity to not be just limited, just actress, like I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to act. So then I said, I want to study on Broadway. I want to go to do musicals where the musicals started. I want to go to New York and explore these. So my passion, since I step on the stage, the first time that I get back, I felt my daddy with me was like, well, I felt like he so was putting me there, because I decided right after I saw Lion King. When I saw the Lion King, that like until today, I see Lion King all the time. I have Lion King, and every time that, like it's a Father Day or something, I see Lion King, because touched me deeply, because it were a gift from him. And then when I went to Broadway, I was studying musical theater at the Broadway Dance Center. And then Lion King was about to opening as a musical in a play. And then I say, oh my God, I was like super struggle working at the Don't Tell Mama to pay my bills. I was alone. He left my mom and my sister. I said, you know what? I'm going to live in New York. I found my place. This is my purpose. I want to be under all these lights. I want to be in the theater for 2,500 people. I want to live these. I want to experience these, and that's my purpose that I found it in me. And I started doing musicals, and thank God what I really came to do it. And I dive deep into a spiritual world. I studied a lot of Chico Xavier, that it's like a very well-known author and also spiritual guy. I don't know if you guys heard about it, Chico Xavier. And I started like being so connected to the spiritual world. I was like, there was no separation for me, my daddy, God, and everything I could do. Every time that I step on a theater and then I could sing and dance, I was like, oh my God, I'm alive. I that's what I want. Thank God, thank Daddy, like thank my angels and my archangels that put me back into life. And you developing a talent is like, it's not you developing a talent. Everything that you do with love, you started being like a lighting for the world, like every little thing. A doctor that loves to heal people, artist that paints, every little job and purpose that that you love 100%. People feel the love, the passion, all the energy that you put it into. And where your intention goes, energy flows. That's like that's how I see myself doing shows, like for many, many people. I did a world tour with Benici, Fuego, dancing flamenco, and I did these shows on Broadway. I did like a top and bottom of burlesque for the 25th anniversary of Broadway Bears. I did Sweet Charity, Hello Dolly, Rocky Horror, Holiday in Heaven. So it's like when you know, when you are in this connection, and then you realize what I came for, what is my mission, how is going to be the book of my life, what the story that I want to tell. And then I married a abusive husband that went to Hollywood and started using drugs. He almost killed me, and to get out of this, I see myself like completely dead. I asked help for a friend that she took me out, and then she helped me to do angel wings, that it's accessories with a crystal and feathers from Brazil, that started making money for me to buy my tickets and leave LA and go back to New York. And then I had another friend that supposed to be in New York, that I could stay with her 3 days after, but the my money was like just for that day that I could buy my tickets, so I couldn't stay longer in LA. I left to New York, and then I had these 3 days, 2 nights and 3 days to be somewhere. So I went to Central Park because I didn't know anybody. I couldn't count with nobody. The only person that I could be in the city only 3 days later. So I used to go to lounge houses, sabe? Lounge houses, to send an email for her to connect with her when she's gonna come for me to go to her house. And I had $8. I had like a bottle of water for me and the food for my dog. I had a couple bananas, like nothing to eat. And when my friends got there, that we set up to be in her house, I went to her house, and then I took a shower. She made a food for me, and she said, "Tatiana, where are you going?" And then I dressed up to go to Broadway, where I studied with my choreographer. I told him what happened with my husband. And Tati, as soon as you are in New York and then you settle down, please come dance with me. You're gonna be my guest. So I left my dog, my luggage there, and then I had $8. And she said, "How come you're gonna dance on Broadway? Are you crazy? You have $8. The subway is $2.75. You're gonna be without any money." And say, I needed to dance. I could choose for me to be in her house crying, telling that how bad my husband is, or tell how bad he was. I was like with my eyes completely in blood. My mouth, it was like purple because of depression that he struggled me so much. But it's choices. What are you going to do? Are you going to be in home talking about what happened and suffering and bringing all that bad and bringing that feeling again to your body, to everything? No, I'm going to dance on Broadway. I had an opportunity to dance on Broadway with my master that I studied many years before. And then I had $8 to go. I say, of course, I'll go. And I was with my angel wings so big in my and I call angel wings because were a gift from God for me to do my angel wings to get out of this marriage, to create these accessories to sell for me to kids that my friend was a babysitter. And then I sold a lot of angel wings for her kids, for her to help me to go back to New York. And then that's why I called angel wings. I was with a white angel wings, and then a black girl with nails like this size. She stopped me on my way to the subway and said, "Oh my God." That's what she said first. I never saw something so beautiful than this hair clip. Wow, and say, oh, I make these, please, I can make it for you, I want to give you my email, and then you can order, I make it with your crystal and then your favorite colors. She said, no, I would love to get this one, could you sell me? And then I say, but this is mine, and this is crystal, has energy, I can make you one exclusively for you. And she said, no, come in here with me. And then she took me to a Chase Bank. And then I say, are you sure? She took me to a Chase Bank and she said, how much you want it for your piece? This, the one that has in your head. And then I say, $80, it's fine. And then she said, $80, come in here. She took me to the Chase, and then she got me 100, and she said, take it as a tip because you gave me yours. So I had $180 before getting to the subway. You know how life it works.
Yeah.
Imagine if I didn't take the attitude of being better, of being in the better state, of choosing to dance, of choosing to let go. All these, it's energy from God to put that girl in my path in that time to buy my angel wings. And then I had money, I had a place to stay, I had a class that I was a guest star. So, like, how come I'm going to continue telling people the bad things that happen in my life? Why? There is no make sense. So, and that's how life flows. Like, I started doing a lot of auditions on Broadway. I did a lot of shows. I sang with Gianni Russo at Le Cirque. I started my New York life, but New York is like a very expensive city. So I started like, oh my God, like being on Broadway, it's like not enough to survive in New York, And since my father died, I helped my mom for 28 years already. So it's like, it's a survival mode all the time. If you don't step into a place where you can find a balance, nothing of that flows. So after this, and this is happening, I said, I needed to help. I had an insight that I needed to help people and women that pass what I pass, to shift the perspective and to shift the feeling, forgiving even the worst. Because if you don't have this feeling of forgiving, of letting go of what Ho'oponopono, you guys heard about Ho'oponopono? You know Ho'oponopono, how I am praying? Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm grateful. The more you do, the more you learn how to forgive, the more you feel free to let that go from you. And the less weight of anger, anxiety, bad memories, trauma, wounds, you release it from your body, So talent is like something that you are like, you born for, you study enough to pursue what you love to do. I believe that talent is everybody that love what they do. I think it's not just artists, like there are doctors that are talented, that, like, I think it's like when you do what you do for living with love, 100% with your
100%.
energy. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. For sure. You could channel that into anything. I worked with John in General Motors. I was a apprentice. John was a journeyman. And the work ethic that he imparted to me is a big driver even today in my life. Just to see that when John did something, he did it right. There was so many people, because he was trained properly and he knew how to do it right. And then he imparted that to the people that he taught. And it's that kind of thing that you get from someone else is real powerful, because it shows you that, you know, you could do something really good and be proud of it, and it gives you that freedom of expression. Like, you feel good about it. You feel good that you've accomplished something. You know, we worked on pipes, we worked on things that in mechanical in a factory, you know, that a lot of people would go into that factory job and be totally depressed and say, oh, I hate it here. It smells, it's dirty, it's dark, it's noisy. But what we did, we enjoyed it. We caught, because of that pride you get from doing something well, and what you impart to other people who have been, you know, traumatized and stuff like that. I could see it. I could see your energy. You give them that energy. You show them that they don't have to get wrapped up in their everyday lives, that there's so much more, and that they could be guided. I mean, we could do a whole nother show. I could tell you about how I felt being guided. I have an autistic son, and I felt the same way, that, you know, that God had a plan for me, you know, to help him. And that was like a major part of my life. But that's a great thing that you do. And I can tell you right now, I'm very glad to know you, and to, you know, to see the things that you're doing to help people. It's great. It's really great. Thank you. Yeah, because everything you do with your 100% energy, enjoy, you inspire people. You touch them deeply. You go into a place that they feel, oh my God, I want to do that. Thank you. Like, you inspire me. You are like, you become a hero, because you have the bravery to touch people's heart to how to change their perspective, how you can be better, how you can be greater than your pain. But what the most people do, it's like, oh, when I get that job, I will be happy. When I marry that guy, I will feel loved. When I get that car, I will be complete. People put their happiness in external worlds, in external material thing. They don't fulfill with themselves, with God within, with inner child within, with inner child energy daily. How can you increase your inner child's energy every day in your life? Not just because you have a kid and then you have to play with them. No, but what do you do that makes you really happy every day? Silence. Let's take a deep breath now together. That was a silence.
I know, I was going to say, you're like my inspiration. You're like one of those people I just want to fly to Rio and live with you for a week to get a cut of reality back into my life. It's like a reality check.
Yes, but that's what I mean. What do you do in your reality that you're not that you're not happy with? Oh, if you are not happy with your reality, you have to change. Well, doesn't matter. It's hard. No, it's not hard. You don't like your job, you leave it. You don't like your husband, leave it. You don't like the people that's living with you, leave it. But the people get attached. And they are scared of the unknown. And the unknown has a lot of to give it to you. You grow so much in the unknown. You know, it's completely different. Like, how come people change? How come people stop drinking, stop smoking, stop it? There is a highest purpose. There is an intention. You stop it. Like, you couldn't smoke because you were creating a baby in your belly for 9 months, and then you hold yourself. Did you get nervous? Probably. Did you eat the whole refrigerator? Probably. But you stop it because it's a life that depends on you. Your life depends on you. Our life depends on us.
I think, Tatiana, if anything you brought out today to the people is that change is a good thing. Sometimes people don't want change because they're set in that, I got to get up at 7 o'clock, or I got to, change is a good thing. It's a positive thing, you know. I think that if you don't have change, sometimes it just makes the circumstance worse. So I think anything that you're bringing out to the audience is that you have to be open-minded and say, okay, I can't do this no more. It's time to move on. It's time to try another method. I mean, don't give up. I think that's what the problem is, that a lot of people give up.
Totally.
Right, because they're so, disappointed and upset with themselves, and you're not thinking properly then, because you're so overwhelmed with emotion, so you're not thinking clear. But I think, I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense. You've got to be open-minded for change. Change is a good thing. I totally agree.
Totally. Like I feel like everybody has to be butterfly. Butterfly, like once the caterpillar thought the world is over, it becomes a butterfly. It's a process of change. The eagle, do you know the story of the eagle? You guys know the story of the eagle, right? The eagle, when they have 40 years old, they go to a higher mountain, and the eagle took all the feathers one by one with the old noise, and broke in the floor after it's completely naked in the floor, the nose to reborn a bigger, how can you say the nose of the eagle? Sorry.
Big. The beak.
Huh?
Big.
Big.
Yeah, big.
So, and then they go for the highest fly ever. So the process of transformation is essential for many, like a snake. The snake passes through a transformation to grow and be bigger. They change the skin. The eyes get white. They pass through a process that it's painful, and the people there are not allowing to transform it, to change the situation, to leave bad habits, to leave people that are toxic, to get it out of environment that it's not good for you, to let go of addictions or everyday things that it's covering what you feeling, what you like, covering your anxiety to put you to come down. See, if you depend on something to get into a state of peace, you were codependence. You were in a codependence from something external. It's taking over you. So you are not powerful enough to say, hey, like my brain and my body has to be like a pet. Like today, I'm not going to wake up 7 o'clock and then I'm going to do the same thing over and over and again. You change your habits. You change things. One thing that you change every little day that you take a different, your life is going to start manifesting the way you think. Because anything that you think, any little thing that you think is going to come to you. Because you are attracting.
Tatiana, I think that people are so used to negativity. So, for an example, right? The other day I was with some friends and we were talking about, I have a heart issue. So we go out and we work out. And so this guy, he's muscle guy, young kid. He says, oh, well, why you guys got to work out? Well, look at me. Take a look at me. And that's what the problem is. It's no, it's not about me. It's about how I can help my next door neighbor, or how can you help your gym partner, to do better?
Yeah.
And so,
Exactly.
I said to the guy, you know what? You didn't just get like that. It took time. It took change, right? So it's the
But
same
he
thing.
probably take a lot of the things that are artificial too to get in that way. And this is also ego.
Right,
Once you have an
right,
ego and a narcissistic personality, you can be like that too.
right.
You
So
know,
what my point is that yes, this is a change, but it's a good change. And sometimes the hard change is the best change because
exactly.
you gotta, what do you think? You just became a muscle man overnight? You gotta train your mind. This is what I gotta do to be the best that I could be. This is what I have to do to live a better life, a healthier life. So we're gonna go, and we're not gonna look at the guys with the muscles. We'll get there, but we gotta start somewhere,
Exactly.
and so you can't allow the ones with the muscles to say, oh, it's time to give up again. I'm never going to get like this guy. I'm never going to have the muscles that this guy has. Maybe you won't have the muscles that this guy has, but you're still in the game. You're still you're doing
You
change
were
for the
doing
better.
something for yourself.
Right. You're doing something positive. So
Exactly.
if it's better to go positive forward than negative backwards. That's what I'm trying to
Totally.
say.
I totally agree. It's so easy to get stuck in that everyday rut. Like you do the same thing every day. I mean, I noticed it actually. I said it actually this morning. I go, same time, 6 o'clock, I'm feeding the dog. It's like you get
Yeah.
stuck in that habit every day, the same routine. And it's true, you change that one little thing, like Tatiana said, you know, it's like a completely different day. It's almost like you went on vacation for a week or something. But it's
It'll
true. It's like you
but
do it.
No,
but
it's like a training. You training your brain to do things differently. You can do because your dog eats used to eat 6 o'clock, and then you walk him, and then you take your kids to the school. Blah, blah, blah. But how you prepare your day before? How you wake up? With which energy? If
Oh,
I say to
I
you the
I'm
average
like,
of
here I go
energy from
again.
0 to 10.
Yeah,
So,
no, it's true. It's exactly true because it's like lately, it's like here we go again. Same time, same.
You were tired, like people get tired of the
Yep.
same thing. But if you train your brain and your body to do like a dog, no, right now you're gonna do, oh, let's check our emails, like let's do this, take my daughter to the school, da, 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 da. If you change one little thing,
they
if you
It's
pick it up
true.
with her and
It's very
go, oh, sorry.
just think about this, right? Now pizza is a war hero, and I always argue with him. I say, you're too modest. People, so in his mind, right, when pizza was out in the field to save lives, right? He wasn't thinking about himself. He was thinking about what he had to do to 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 make my
It's
life
fine.
and your life better.
Yeah,
So it's the same thing. He trained his mind to do what he had to do, and that's what we need to do. We need to train our mind and say, look, yeah, I gained whatever 10 pounds or whatever you did. Yeah, okay, forget about it. It's done. Tomorrow's another day. The next day's another day. You can't. You have the ability to change now and tomorrow. Forget about what happened 2, 3 days ago. You know,
exactly.
it, I totally agree. Everything that you've said on the show so far.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that this is what I believe, and I'm glad that I can put a little bit of joy and invite you all when I get back to United States to come to one of my programs, Empowering the Wholeness. It's absolutely fantastic. You guys gonna feel like a huge difference. It's like a boost of joy, internal power of you
I want to
being
see
that.
you dance. I want
You
to
want
I
to sing
want to
and
definitely see.
dance? Oh
I
my
want to
God,
see you
let's sing and
dance.
dance.
If
What
you're
is your favorite music?
listen, if you're the queen of Brazil and
Bec-
that's enough for me. I want to see everything. I want to do the old mambo, the Brazilian
You
style.
guys want to learn how to samba right now? It's so easy. Let's get up, everybody. Can we put the camera like that? Samba, it's like 1% of a technique and 99% of attitude.
Yeah.
It's like super easy. Oh,
Call,
now Diana come back. She heard let's samba. But I can definitely do one live with you guys, like teaching how to samba. You guys gonna love it.
Okay.
It's
Well,
like you can do
we could
whatever
always
you
do that
want,
on another
like
show.
yeah, why not? Wouldn't be.
uh,
You know what? You might bring good change to the show. I mean, you know what?
oh,
We got great viewers out there, and you know we need people like you on the show to come on
oh,
and speak. You know, positivity instead of negativity, because you know what? We live so much negativity,
Yeah.
you
Hey,
know, around
Ray,
us.
you're
the
making
world surrounds negativity. The world is like in such a crisis, like the whole world. Like we all the environment around us, it's like it's disasters and bad things happening every day, all the time. So we are responsible for our lives. So the more we can deposit inspiration to the world, the more we can share light, joy, peace, talent, art. It's better to the world because it's like how can you make your day be happy every day? Your happiness is not in a circumstance outside. It's not far from you. God is not far from you. Your strength, everything that you believe deeply, and you know that it's true, you speak your truth, has an impact in people's lives. And like what John put out there, saying on this amazing counter, it's completely touching because people, like 95% of the population, doesn't believe in death, in life after death, because they don't go into a study that proves scientifically that we are souls. We are in the temporary bodies. So people don't believe in that. They believe in what they wanted to believe. That it's like insane, is something like, oh my God, did you talk with death? Did you see that people that you had these moments that you talk with your daddy, or he saw Tony, his cousin, my grandma appears for my grandpa? Like, how come this is happening? Because you don't separate. You believe that we are souls, and being souls, you forgot the matter, you forgot the body, you forgot the ego, you forgot the conscious that you are limited. We are unlimited, so we are infinite potential, and we are able to do everything, to change everything, and touching people's being your true self. And this is like magic, like when you have like something, there are so powerful that can transform people's lives. This is a gift, it's a divine gift when you can touch someone that thinks that they don't believe in love anymore because they were raped by their father. Imagine a kid with a 15 years old boy that was raped by his cousin. How in the world this guy is gonna like see the world? Imagine like people that like mother that losing their kids. It's like it's out of the natural order. we
Right.
we we know
You're
that
wrong.
we're gonna lose our parents, but a
Right. You're
mother
wrong.
doesn't know that she's gonna lose their babies. You know what I mean? And all these create something very, very hurtful inside the bodies. If your brain is not in balance with your emotions, these feelings, you create diseases in yourself. You started creating bad things within yourself that you cannot heal anymore. And then you're gonna make it like, unfortunately, 90% of the population just change when they get bad prescription, bad when you go to a doctor and then you get like like it
Medicine.
Bad medication.
no, not medicine, like when you are
Bad
people change it when
diagnosis.
you have like diagnosis, yeah, bad diagnosis, like you have a cancer, and they're gonna start going crazy, and they're gonna start to change. Unfortunately,
Right.
people changes after they get a bad diagnosis, or they lose someone that they truly love, or they have to face a very, very moment in their life that they needed to change, otherwise it's done. You know what I mean? They don't change because you have the opportunity to be better every day, and you can be your highest self. You can be one conscious. You can be in connection with the universe. You can allow people and manifested people, like you can think in people that you don't see for 5 years, and they call you after 5 years because you thought so much on them and they appear for you. How come this has happened?
Yeah.
Because there is a highest purpose inside everybody. There is a mind that can bring it to a reality, everything we think. And if we create all these 60,000 thoughts that we don't remember, that it's like 60,000 thoughts, and 10,000 is the same thing that you are being thinking since you were a kid, like since you were in your childhood without notice, because it creates impacts and you bring it for your life forever. How come you can shift to that? So people started like being inspired when we bring that light, and we bring this belief that believe in yourself, step into your self-confidence, look at yourself being a person that accepts what you cannot change, embrace life how it is. But if you have to be better, without toxic people that are in your environment, without doing bad habits that are not helping you, they are just destroying you every day. You are just covering, like he said, just covering the problem and not solving. This is not going to be good to your health, because health is not just what you eat. Health is how you think and how you act too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tatiana, we
Very
have a
great. Very great.
Tatiana, I'm sorry to interrupt. We have a question from the audience. When is the carnival and how can we watch it?
Okay. So Carnival is next week. We starting on Friday, the 17th, and then 17th Friday, right? 17 Friday, and then we have like 2 days of the special schools that you can watch, like on YouTube, on global. Nikki, can you put for them in how can I say, in a address afterwards, or can I write? Call
Is it
global.com.
what is it?
It's a global. It's a GLOBO.com. It's a paid channel. Or you can watch the championship parade on the other Saturday. You the no, not global by, no, goodbye. Global.com, yes. Global.com, but it's a channel that you have to pay for it. Or you can watch it on YouTube afterwards, next Saturday. The champions, the top five best samba schools. Yes. And I'm Grande Rio, the championship of it last year. It's gonna be amazing. You guys gonna love it. It's the biggest show on earth. It's like so beautiful.
I want an autographed picture. I definitely want it.
I can send it to you.
I want an autograph.
Can I
picture.
how can I put a picture there? Do you have my picture as a queen there, right, Nick?
I need an autograph picture.
No,
oh, so
but
beautiful. So beautiful.
I know, but how about the Carl didn't send it to you, the pictures of a carnival? Is the one that has in a flyer?
Oh, the flyer. I didn't download the flyer.
Do you have that one?
Let's see.
As a Carmen Miranda. Do you know the Carmen Miranda?
Carmen Miranda, sure.
Yes.
Ralphie.
She has the picture there, right?
Yeah.
Can I put it on the chat or more, or I can add it?
Go ahead. Don't worry about it.
You can send it to me, and I can always edit. I can edit it and put it on.
Okay, you can add it. Perfect.
Ralphie, did you hear me?
No.
No, if you have to leave, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have to sign off.
Okay.
I don't know if guys gonna continue, but I gotta sign off because my wife goes to work and she goes to bed early.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for everything.
Nice meeting
Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you.
Ralphie,
Ralph.
Same here.
Bye.
Everybody have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Ralph. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Okay, so all right, so I think it's about time, right, Nick?
Yeah, we're approaching almost 2 hours.
Tatiana,
wow, really?
Tatiana, will you come on the show again?
Wow, it will be a pleasure for me, of course.
Okay.
I love it. It was amazing. Oh my God, with my flag right there. Now I'm so happy to be American. I'm like super beautiful. Yes, please.
Great. Okay.
I would love to. Thank you, everybody. Big kiss.
Thank you, baby.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
It was so wonderful meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't talk to you before then. Good luck on Friday.
Yes.
I will
thank you. And send a big kiss to Diana.
You want to say bye-bye?
Yeah. Where is she?
Here comes the real princess. Where is she?
Look,
bye, Diana. Thank you. Thank you. Did we take like a screenshot to put it on our social media? I don't know how can I take it? Can I take it?
Good luck on Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. My school is gonna be on Monday night.
Okay.
Yes.
Tatiana, you could probably take a picture with your phone of the screen here now if you want.
Yes, can I? Okay, big smile, guys. Oh, I don't think I can. Uh-oh.
I think Gianna did.
I did, but I left. You guys see me?
We see you, but you're still.
I think I left. Okay, I think I got it.
We could still see you.
Where am I now?
Oh, she left. She hit the. All right. She hit the wrong button. I got the picture though.
Okay, you can send it to her, right?
She hit the wrong button. All right, I'm gonna end it.
Okay. Thanks everyone for being on the show tonight, and we also want to thank Roberta Roberts, who sings the song "Say Goodbye for the Last Time." All right, take care, everyone, and see you next time. 2 weeks. God bless everyone. Good night.
Oh, Dad, she came back on. Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right.
A good idea.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you so much. Is Ray there, right?
That's right.
Oh, I'm here.
Yes,
here.
thank you for listening to me. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for sharing, John. I can't wait to have your book. You are amazing.
Nice.
And I'm sure like Tony's gonna watching over you forever, and he's always by your side for sure.
Oh, I know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta let me know when you get back to the United States. I'll send you one. Let me
Yes.
know your address. And all
May
that.
4th. If God wants me to be back in the United States May 4th, because like I've been working so much here too, and
Okay.
I've been doing my spiritual retreats here in Brazil, and I want to expanding like for many people I can to transform their life for good, you know, and I love my work, and I'm in post-production with my movie too, #online. So here it's like my production is like cheaper than to do in Los Angeles, and I'm continue editing to finish. So let's see. But by now my ticket is for May 4th. Otherwise,
Okay.
I have to change. But soon I'll be back for sure.
All right, great. Okay.
Okay.
Good. All right, sweetie. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Bye, Ray. Big
God bless.
kisses.
All right.
God bless.
Namaste.
Yeah.
God bless
Safe.
us.
You be careful. Okay. Bye bye.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
All right. Good
Big
night.
kisses. Bye. How can Nikki is gonna turn it off?
You could just hit I think it says leave studio.
Leave it.
Okay.
Leave it, right? Okay.
Bye, baby.
Bye, guys. Have